All right. Working on it. Hold on. Uh, docs, chat. There we are. As soon as it loads. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to adjust this real quick. Do. I should really learn to double check everything before I start streaming. Okay, there we are. All right. Howdy everybody, it's me, Stecky, and we're back with a date in time. I cannot get enough of this game. Today, uh, now, it's like 3 hours after my last stream, I think, but we're going to do the Snatcher's route. Wait, back. Oh dear. No. Frick. No, okay. Oh dear. This is a problem. Hold on. Main menu. Yes. Main menu. Let's load from the selection screen. So this screen is to select who will come with me for the route and just like, hang out, offer tips, work as the secondary protagonist. If you haven't seen my other ones, just go watch those streams real quick. This one will be saved on my channel. And yes, I'm wearing a poncho. Why? Because conductor. I'm obsessed. Okay, don't judge me. Actually, judge me. Just do it silently, please. So anyway, last time I think I chose Bo Kid for the Snatcher route that I did off camera. Eventually, I'm gonna choose Mustache Girl and go with the Mafia just to see what she does. Today we're gonna go with Hat Kid because I went with Bo Kid last time. Sorry, had a brain fart. I pick you then. You're the one insistent on this, so... Hat Kid's eyes light up. Don't you worry, Faith. You won't regret it. You'll be the happiest space traveler ever when we're done with you. When I'm done with you. You aren't sure what to think of all this. Alright. Okay, so now we just need to decide where we're going. Here, I drew you pictures of where you can go. I even added who will be there. So take your pick. Okay. So, we already did Conductor and Mafia Boss. I already said that we're doing Snatcher. I'm having so many brain farts right now. I picked Subcon Forest. I've always been a fan of Spooky Woods. Hat Kid smiles at you and gives you a thumbs up. I thought you'd pick Subcon Forest. It's kinda creepy, but also really fun. Hat Kid's face turns smug and she elbows you mischievously. So you want to go see Snatcher, huh, Faith? Do you like him? Huh? Do you? You cross your arms, staying quiet. Hat Kid shrugs. Well, it was worth a try. You watch as Hat Kid strolls to your teleporter and keys in some complex coordinates, concerned about how skilled with technology she is. Eventually, I'm gonna make a compilation of all the routes, and it's gonna skip a lot of this repetitive stuff. Maybe she's from a species that ages slowly, or she's just a genius. Hop in, Faith! You stand beside Hat Kid in the teleporter and whoosh away with a mechanical whir to the haunted forest below. You find yourself in a dark and quiet forest filled with glowing mushrooms, tall, bare trees that tower over you, the scent of dead wood, and an energy that can only be described as old magic. Oh, she's playing with the wireframe. Wireframe. Whatever it is. My cat, I heard a crackling and I instinctively looked over, saw my cat playing with something, and then commented on what she was playing with. Now she's playing with Pokemon cards. Or a Pokemon card. I have very few. Um, Welcome to Subcon Forest. Let's have some fun. Excuse me. My throat is being weird as I fan myself as if I'm, I love my brain. I had another brain fart, I'm sorry. You nod. Yeah, let's. Hey, since I've been here before, why don't you take the lead? Don't worry, I'll stay nearby. Sounds like a plan, blah blah blah, we've already seen this. Okay. The kid steps out of your way, standing behind you. You look around again, taking in the sights. In front of you is a house of sorts built into a tree, with a huge thorned vine acting as a walkway. Behind you is a path leading down a hill. Which will you choose? Now, I'm going to take mostly the same choices that I chose before I started recording myself playing this. And I instinctively went towards the house. I'm going to repeat what I said to myself when I played this by myself, not recording. I do love me exploring an abandoned house. You look up and find that the house extends to very high in the sky like a skyscraper, though it isn't built into a tree like you had first thought. It's actually an enormous mushroom. Soon your head starts to spin. Enough of that. You consider knocking just to be polite, but you can see from here that nobody's home. You curiously walk into the little house and look around. It's warm and looks well loved and well maintained. Whoever lives here seems to take good care of this cozy home. The chair looks really comfortable, but boy, is it big. You wonder how tall the person who uses it is. Sit down? I took a long time to consider this because I figured Snatcher would be mad at me if I sat down. And I did decide yes because, I want to climb something. Climbing seems fun. So I'm going to say yes. You sit down in the chair and let out a relaxed sigh. It's so comfortable. You close your eyes and rest a moment before getting up. You turn back and, oh, you left a noticeable imprint in the chair. Hopefully whoever lives here won't be too mad about it. If it were me, I would take my hand and just kind of brush the fabric a certain way so the imprint was gone. Unless they meant like an indent, which is different from an imprint. I guess it could be the same thing. I don't know. You start to walk down the path, noticing that the hill is a little bit steep. There are fences on each side of you, guiding you downhill. As you walk, you notice something up ahead. It's a small figure in a purple cloak. It's about the size of Hat Kid, so you assume that it's a child. You speed up your pace to approach it, but you hear a faint chuckle as it runs ahead of you. Wait, where are you going? You break out into a run after it, wondering what in the world a child is doing in this forest. Well, a child who isn't the one accompanying you. Your chase, however, quickly comes to an end when you trip over a vine and land in a circle of them flat on your face. I have a thing on my lip. The vines surrounding you burst up from the ground. The world around you fades away, leaving you surrounded by strange shadows with glowing eyes, the sky lit by an ominous purple light. A dark purple shape snakes eerily from the darkness, and you glance around as you get up. Wait, where's your buddy? She isn't here with you. Lightning flashes and thunder booms in front of you as the shape grows to several times your own height, towering over you. You feel like you're in trouble. I'm gonna sound so awkward doing this because the Snatcher has a very specific voice that you can't replicate. That I can't replicate. Fool! You cover your ears, practically deafened by the maniacal laughter. Wait, don't you know that guy? Oh, you blew it! You've totally screwed yourself, you fool! I warned you, but now your soul belongs to me! Snatcher cackled loudly in a malevolent tone, glaring down at you with a terrifying expression. You frown, unsure of what to say for yourself. I can't get over this final option. Someone would click it just for the memes, but I'm going for the serious option, like... Yum, 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 yum. Truthfully, last time I said sorry just because I have a habit of apologizing to everyone and everything. This time I'm tempted to say please don't hurt me. Let's do please don't hurt me, because truthfully I would be absolutely terrified in this position. I barely remember what apologizing even did, so please don't hurt me. You cower in fright, falling onto your butt and scooting back away until you hit a wall. It's invisible, but as solid as concrete. Please don't hurt me. No promises, Faith. No matter how much you cry, beg, or plead, your soul is mine. Snatcher's face takes on a slightly smug quality to it. Please, no. Too bad, Faith. You stepped into my territory of your own volition, and now you have to pay the price. In a puff of blue smoke, a long piece of parchment appears in front of you, floating, accompanied by a purple feather quill dripping with ink. But tell you what, today's your lucky day. See, I actually happen to be missing an errand boy. Turns out he just up and died on the job. Snatcher cackles. You don't like where this is going. So tell you what, sign this contract, and you get to live. You take the piece of paper in hand and look it over. It's surprisingly not dense with legalese and easy to understand. You guess Snatcher gets right to the point. It states that Snatcher will be taking your soul as a collateral and that your terms of the contract are to check on a place called Subcon Village. Sounds pretty simple. Sign the contract? Yes. No. Screw you. Yes, absolutely. You take the pen and sign your name hesitantly, hoping that you don't end up like the aforementioned dead servant. The paper and quill poof away in your hands. Snatcher laughs again, lightning striking dramatically behind him. Ha 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 ha! That seals the deal. Now, let me take what's mine. The Snatcher snaps his fingers, and you watch as a glowing, ethereal reflection of yourself is pulled from your body, floating away like a butterfly in the breeze. You now feel exceedingly hollow and empty inside. Almost as empty as you when you worked in retail. See that? That was your soul. It's all mine now. But don't worry, if you do a good job with your initial contract, more contracts will follow. And if you do a really good job with all your contracts, you'll have your soul back in no time. Wait, you can get your soul back? A glimmer of hope. I'll do my best. That's the spirit. Now get to work, Faith. You've got quite a bit to do, and unlike me, your lifespan is limited. Snatcher then maniacally laughs again before sinking back into the shadows as the purple dimension dissolves. You find yourself back on the path you were on previously. You look around for Hat Kid, wondering what that was all about. Ugh. My heart hurts. I've been snatchering too aggressively. However, you don't see her around. Boo! You startle and jump, yelping loudly. Oops, sorry, Faith. Didn't mean to scare you that bad. Where were you during all that, Hat Kid? I was worried. I was waiting. I've done all this before, so I thought I'd just let you figure it out. I couldn't go in there anyway. Wait, you've done this before? You had your soul stolen too? Yep, me and Bo Kid. But don't worry, Faith. As long as I'm here, you'll get it back. How? Hat Kid grins mischievously. I know his weakness. I can just beat him up again if he tries anything funny. All you can do is look at her with a baffled expression. Look, it's a long story, but we're best friends now. I'll make sure nothing happens to you. Let's keep going. If you say so. Man, this girl gets more scarily powerful each time you talk to her. You look around yourself once more before deciding to press onwards, the woods somehow feeling less oppressive than it had before. This place is pretty neat. I didn't realize it was so alive. A strange, ghostly, snake-looking creature with a mask for a face stares at you silently, with what seems like curiosity. Either way, it's creepy. You decide to look elsewhere. Aside from that odd creature, you notice some rather cute fox-like creatures dancing around a fire, as well as huge spiders hanging from the trees and staring down at you. That seems like enough to sightseeing. Time to get a move on. You finally find yourself in what must be Subcon Village. You know it must be because it's the only thing here that you've seen that resembles a village. Logic. There are several little houses built out of tree trunks with curious glowing eyes peering from inside. Some are frosted over with ice. There's a sparkling pond bisecting the village. You find yourself thinking that this place actually seems kind of pleasant, ice aside. You wonder where the ice came from, since, while it is a little chilly out, it doesn't seem cold enough to freeze anything over. As you ponder, some more of those creepy masked spirits emerge from behind the houses, slowly approaching to investigate you like shy animals or curious children. Try to talk to them. You decide to try talking to them, using a gentle voice like one would use for speaking to something especially timid. Hello there. A few of the spirits flee back behind the tree, as if you scared them. However, a couple remain in front of you. They approach closer, still silent, their glowing eyes staring deeply at you. Do you live here? This is a nice little village you have. The spirits that fled peek out from behind the house again, watching you like hawks. The spirit closest to you rubs against your hand, like a cat. With that action, accompanied by an eerie sort of purr, more spirits emerge from the houses, all watching you with what you assume to be curiosity. The spirit that you just inadvertently petted backs away. You feel a bit awkward about being watched, but assume that you've done enough talking to these creatures. You don't want to overwhelm them. You start to walk through the village, looking around. The spirits follow you at a distance, watching you. It's as you pace around the area, examining the little tree houses and looking at the scenery, that you realize you have no idea what you're looking for. Your contract just said to check out the village. It didn't say what you were looking for. You sigh. Should you keep looking around? Investigate. You decide to take your time looking through the village, wandering around, keeping an eye out for anything unusual. Before getting very far, though, you end up running into one of those cloaked figures again. Hey, newbie, what's up? You stop, lost for an appropriate response. Your next words come out automatically, as if you're in a completely mundane situation. Nothing much. What's up with you? Oh, you know how it is. Just doing the boss's work, following orders. Just another day in the life of a minion. Ah, so these guys are the Snatcher's minions. Same here, I guess. You aren't sure what the distinction between minion and servant is, though the former sounds less replaceable. Don't worry about it. You get used to it after a while. Anyway, I guess I should go back to work. See you later, newbie. The minion rushes off, presumably to do their own chores, before you find yourself wandering near aimlessly. In the end, you wind up pretty far away from the village, into the heart of the forest as a whole. You find that you can explore to your heart's desire. Go to the gated community. I'm going to try to follow the order that I originally went with somewhat. Oh, that sign. That's kind of funny. You find a small grouping of houses locked behind a gate and approach curiously. They all seem to be boarded up. Suddenly, a voice makes you jump. Isn't it a shame? These houses haven't been lived in for years. Oh, it's just a minion. It's free real estate. Huh, too bad. Can't imagine why nobody would want to live here. Yeah, it's a nice neighborhood. You can't go wrong with these houses. You can only go right. In fact, going right is always the best option. You should only go left once. You nod and the minion falls silent. After a few minutes, you decide to go elsewhere. Go to the forest fire. Normally I wouldn't approach a fire, but, I have to explore everything. I have a fear of fire. Fire scares me. You walk towards a raging fire hesitantly, as that seems pretty unusual, right? However, even as you enter the flaming area, it doesn't get any warmer. You wonder if the fire is illusionary. You see another one of those minions warming their hands on the fire, looking happy as can be. Is the fire actually real, or are they doing it just for the sake of it? You have no idea, but your curiosity is burning as much as the flames themselves. I'd be nice to them. Hello there. What's going on here? I'm enjoying the sights and having a good day. Oh, you are? The minion nods and looks over to you. I made sure to wake up on my right side. It's lucky. That's how you start days off right. You blink curiously. Interesting. Well, you keep having a good day, all right? The minion hums a happy and yet eerie tune as you turn back towards the other locations you can visit. Can I visit the gated community again? Oh, okay. Now I know that Vanessa is in this game, but not as a dateable option, thankfully. Like, no hate to Vanessa, but she's fucking crazy. I also know there's someone else in the game as a dateable option, actually, but I'm not sure how to get to them. I have a feeling it has to do with Subcon Village, forest, and the swamp, just because that's the only place that you can get lost in. I'm gonna visit the frozen structure, but then chicken out. You head towards the frozen structure you noticed from behind some brush. Slowly, you approach the distant monument and realize that it's not quite a tower of ice that you're looking at. Oh. Forgot about that. Never mind. This is not what I thought it was. It seems to be a gigantic structure of shattered glass, as if something crashed and exploded here before being frozen in time. It's absolutely beautiful. As you approach, you find a minion standing around, also looking up at the structure. It's pretty, isn't it? You nod. That thing used to be a magical hourglass. I think the boss called it a timepiece. Important events leave a permanent mark on the land here. You should be careful not to get lost. Thanks, I guess. Got any tips on how to avoid that? If you get lost, you should go left at the third crossroads. The minion falls silent after that, and you figure it's time to move on to elsewhere. I go to the swamp. You end up wandering into a thick, purple, misty swamp where you can barely see ahead of you through the fog. The ground is wet and pulls you in, forcing you to hurry across it to the safe boards of wood set up every few feet. You have a feeling you could easily get lost here. Go forward. Now, in my last playthrough that I did off camera, I chickened out. But I'm going to continue onward. You begin walking into the swamp, going slowly at first until you realize that the boards are sinking at an alarming rate. Uh-oh. Soon you're practically running along, jumping from board to board, trying not to get sucked into the horrifying swamp. Panic begins to set in very quickly until you stumble and land on solid-ish ground. As you look around and try to catch your breath to find more safe ground, you realize that you're hopelessly lost. It looks like you have some important choices to make. Okay. Go right. Go right. Go left. Go right. You hope this leads somewhere. Go right. After that maze and swamp, you're left trembling, cold, afraid, and lost. Subcon seems so much more horrible now than you had ever expected it to be. You decide to keep wandering until a haunting song catches you off guard. Did I find him? Did I find the dateable character that's the secret that I want to find? The melody is chilling and beautiful. It draws you in. Who is singing this song? You hope they're at least friendly. As you continue following the singing, you remain partially lost in thought. That is, until you step into an empty clearing. Did I find him? I found him! Yes! Sorry, I'm super excited. You hesitate as you hear the song again, slowly looking up to a figure illuminated by the moon. He continues singing in this ethereal tone as he slowly turns around. Somehow, he doesn't miss a beat as he stares at you with his wide, glowing eyes. The strange entity reacts to your return stare by slowly drifting down towards you, right up until he looms directly in front of your face. He pauses his song to cast a coy grin at you. Hello, little doll. You hesitate and back away, nearly stumbling back into the swampy waters that threaten to take you forever. This isn't what you were looking for. If you run away, though, you could end up stuck in the swamp. You had better be careful how you respond. I'm gonna be nervous. Hello? Oh, that's new. That's new artwork. Hello. You decide you had better be on your best behavior after that ruckus with Snatcher. Hello? Well, it's a start. The figure smiles and bows gracefully. You hesitantly return the gesture. It's a pleasure to meet you. I am known as the Moonjumper. Moonjumper? His name is Moonjumper? This planet's inhabitants sure have some unusual names. May I have the pleasure of knowing your name? You aren't sure if you can trust this guy yet. Still, you figure it can't hurt to tell him. I'm Faith. Moonjumper's face falls for a moment, as if he realized something, but soon returns the pleasant smile after a brief pause. Faith. I rather like it. It sounds a bit familiar. It is an absolute pleasure to meet you, my dear Faith. He speaks your name like it's a particularly delicious treat in his mouth. It's a little unsettling. You think you even see him lick his lips slightly before you blink. Hopefully it's only your imagination. Please do not eat me, sir. Do you also live here in Subcon Forest? Moonjumper nods, floating closer to you. He seems to be carefully observing your person. Yes and no. You see, I actually live in the horizon. I cannot leave except for a short while when the moon is full. On nights such as this, I can only astral project down for a little bit, such as I am right now. So you hang out here when you can? Yes, and I'm quite glad to have come tonight. It is not often that I get to meet someone so enchanting. You wonder if Moonjumper is this friendly with everyone. I'm glad to meet you too. You like the cut of this guy's jib. What? He seems like a very cool and charming fellow. Not to mention he already seems to like you a lot too. I'm glad to meet you too. You seem really interesting. The Moonjumper's eyes light up. Well, I'm flattered. In fact, I'm overjoyed to hear that. You chuckle. Well, you're certainly much nicer than the Snatcher. He scared me nearly to death. You, on the other hand, have been nothing but kind and gentlemanly so far. Moonjumper's expression turns sympathetic. Ah, I was hoping you hadn't run into him. If not, I could have tried to protect you from him. It's all right. I'll be fine, I hope. I wish you the best of luck in your dealings with him. Now that you know how to find me, come see me any time if you're ever in need of anything. Perhaps I will. That comes out a little more coy than you intended. Then again, what's the harm in it? Unfortunately, as much as I would like to stay and spend more time with you, I must go. My energy is finite. I cannot maintain astral projection for very long. See you again, my dear Faith. Oh, see you around then. The Moonjumper disappears in a surreal fog that reminds you of glitching, with a loud, erratic sound to match. You find yourself alone again. With nothing else to do, you go back up the path to the house. I'm suddenly somewhere I know where I am. As you approach and begin to enter the house, you realize your suspicions were correct. This is, in fact, Snatcher's house, given that he's sitting in that big red chair, reading a thick tome. Hey, I went and checked on the village like you put in my contract. Snatcher closes the book and sets it aside, turning towards you. How'd it look? How were the ice levels? Anything blocking anything off? Ah, so that's what you were looking for. Nope, there were layers of frost and ice on a few surfaces, but nothing was blocked off or anything. Alright, go back to your weird spaceship or wherever you live for the night. I don't have your next contract ready yet. Come back tomorrow and I'll have you a new one. If you don't, well, let's just say that a body can't survive if its soul doesn't exist anymore. Snatcher laughs ominously, and the thought makes a chill run up your spine, making you shudder. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. With that, you stroll out of Snatcher's house and retrieve your spaceship keys out of your pocket, hitting the teleport button on your remote control and vanishing. Hat Kid gone! Exhausted from the day's events, you collapse into your driver's seat for a brief respite from being on your feet for so long. You take a few breaths just to breathe, taking in the quiet hums and whirs of your spaceship. You look out your window at the view before you, at the vastness of space that lies just beyond your fingertips. You contemplate the fathomless expanse of stars and planets out there for a brief while before getting up again with a groan to walk to your bedroom. By the time you get ready for bed, you're good and ready to rest. As you lay down, letting your body finally relax, you reflect on the events of the day. Today has just been crazy from start to finish. And like it or not, your journey through space to find a new home has come to a screeching halt thanks to the efforts of one very energetic child and her friends. Now that you've got a kid helping you make friends, and you lost your soul to a terrifying spirit, who may or may not be some variety of evil lawyer. What have you gotten yourself into, Faith? Before you know it, you drift off to sleep and begin to dream of glowing mushrooms, dark forests, and sinister figures. Okay, not much Snatcher progress. Ooh, a little bit of Moonjumper progress, too. You wake up feeling refreshed and rested, if still rather empty from a lack of a soul. Glancing at the clock, you find that you've perhaps slept in a few hours later than usual. However, you feel good, and the stress of the day prior is all but gone. So what if you don't have your soul? You'll be fine. You've suffered worse. You walk out to your cockpit to find the 3 kids waiting for you, except this time a stranger is with them. Hey Faith, we have someone you should meet. Alright. Hat Kid takes your hand and leads you to a strange glitching entity with a staff, who you presume she led onto your ship. Okay, so I'm assuming that the badge seller is in every route except for the Mafia route, because in the Mafia route you don't return to your ship. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong because I haven't done a lot of the other routes. Hello, you may call me the badge seller. It is nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Normally I sell badges, but the hatted child here bought them all. However, since you are looking to befriend someone, I will help you instead. How so? You're curious. You already have one wigman. Are they going to follow you too? I can offer you hints on how to get close to different people and find secrets. I'll stay here on your ship so that you may visit me at the start of each of your days. I see. Would you like a hint? Yes, give me something Moonjumper related. Or Snatcher related. The Snatcher is very rough around the edges, this is true. However, he isn't as heartless as he may seem. If you treat his minions with kindness, good things will come to you. As for the mysterious Moonjumper... Oh, there we go. There is more to him than meets the eye. There is a story, a reason for his actions. Keep your wits about you if you aim to uncover it. Oh, whoa. I see. Thanks, badge seller. Now that you're done with the badge seller, you turn on your heels and stroll to your teleporter, entering the coordinates to Subcon. You finish entering the coordinates, but Hat Kid pulls you away before you can enter the teleporter. Wait, I've got something important to teach you. You whirl around, raising an eyebrow. What is it? It's an alien bad word. You raise both your eyebrows. This kid knows alien swears. I find it interesting that she doesn't teach this to you when you do the conductor's route. Like, how are you supposed to know that it's a swear if... I mean, the conductor just says it like it's the word the. So, I don't know. You raise both your eyebrows. I already read that. Alright, I'm all in. Teach me the naughty words. Hat Kid bounces up and down with a mischievous glint in her eye. Okay, so it's peck. Peck is the bad word. DJ Grooves told me it's a bad word only old-fashioned people like the conductor use. Huh. How do you use it? Can you give me an example? Peck! Peck it! Ah, peck! Peck neck! You love this. This is the cutest thing you've ever seen. Well, peck you! Like that? Yeah, like that! This is the single most important thing you've taught me, Hat Kid. I'll be sure to use it responsibly. Hat Kid giggles. Okay. Now that you know your bird swear, you wave at your little wingman and she joins you in the teleporter. You smile as you whoosh away to Subcon below you, feeling confident. Once your feet touch the earth, you take a deep breath and stretch. You've got this. You waltz to Snatcher's house with a confident stride and stop for a moment at the entry. I'm gonna knock politely. You knock on the exterior of Snatcher's house in in that word of a door and find it quite solid. You suppose this makes sense considering this base supports such an improbably huge structure. Come in. You come in after being prompted. Looks like you do know some manners after all. Even though you're late. You frown a bit. Is he really going after you about your lateness? Last time I apologized. I'm tempted to try to explain this time. I'm gonna apologize, though. You decide that you had better apologize. This guy has your soul at his disposal. You had better take him seriously. You clasp your hands in front of you and look down like a child apologizing to a very strict teacher. I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted me back at a specific time. If I had, I would have set an alarm. You see the Snatcher's smile widen slightly in what you think is amusement. Well, since you apologize so nicely and so politely, you can hear the condescension dripping from his words. He's having fun with this. You're forgiven. I was just giving you a hard time, Faith. No need to be so serious. Or was I? You breathe a sigh of relief. Thank goodness he isn't actually mad. Anyway, a new contract appears in front of you, again written in beautiful calligraphy, once more accompanied by a purple quill. You carefully look over the contract, reading over the terms. This seems really simple. Apparently you're supposed to deliver mail to the minions? I'm not completely heartless, you know. Every so often I steal mail from the outside world and have it delivered to my minions. That way it's almost like someone cares about them. You raise an eyebrow. That's actually kind of a nice thing to do. Snatcher cuts you off before you can make a wisecrack about it, though. Anyway, the bag of mail is loaded up on the scooter out back. You can use that. Be careful, though. It's only a rental. If you break it, there will be trouble. Once you're out of mail or out of minions to deliver to, come back and that's one more contract done. I'll have another tomorrow. Snatcher points out the back end of the room, where you can see more of the forest. You nod. Right, I'll get to it then. You exit the house the way he pointed, dropping to the ground and heading for the scooter. It's purple with yellow Snatcher faces painted onto it. You wonder if he does this to all his possessions. It's like someone signing their name on everything they own. You hop onto the scooter and give it a go, riding down the path and back up with ease. It controls like a dream. Thrilled with the speed, you ride through the forest, scoping out the area in a speedy whirl, soon ending up right back where you started. By now, you're a bit more familiar with the forest's layout, so you feel more confident in exploring. Where will you go? Oh, this is where I went to the edge of Vanessa's domain. Bother Snatcher. I'm going to the swamp. At the entrance to the swamp is one minion sitting on the ground. They wave at you when you arrive. Deliver mail. You pick out a letter and toss it to the minion, who giggles with glee. You feel like a superhero doing this. Where will you go? Aw, man, I can't. Aw. Kinda wanted to check out Moonjumper again. Timepiece illusion. I'ma just do this like I did last time. You find 3 minions here. They're playing cards when you arrive, but stop in order to look up at you pleadingly, like kids regarding Santa. Deliver the mail. You laugh cheerily and toss packages at the 3, a smile breaking across your face as you hear them cheer. Where will you go? The boarding house. There, you find a couple of minions waiting for you, bouncing about and looking excited. Deliver the mail. You toss mail at the minions, and they catch it, giggling in delight. You wonder if all the minions are children, or if they're just childlike. Where will you go? Gated community. You find another pair of minions here, chatting and leaning against the gate, chilling out. They don't seem quite as gleefully excited as the rest. Deliver mail. You chuck packages at the minion, who pick it up and give you a thumbs up. Thanks, newbie. Where will you go? The village. You arrive in the village to find 4 minions, all jumping and waving as you approach, calling out to you. Hey, newbie! Hi! Do a trick for us! Yeah, do something cool! I have to show off for them. You see the minions cheering, and you can't help but oblige them. They're so excited for you. Can you bear to disappoint them? The answer is no. Last time I zoomed around really fast, so I'm going to attempt to do a flip. I get the feeling I'm going to damage the scooter. You get on the scooter and whoosh off, noticing a rock nearby that's sloped, giving you an idea. This is going to end so awful. You're going to do a flip. You step on the gas and zoom off, picking up speed as you approach the rock, holding your breath as you lift off the ground. Pressing your weight forwards, you flip in the air, head over heels, correcting your position just in time to hit the ground and zoom back. But that's not quite what happens when you hit the ground. I knew it! I knew it! I knew it was going to break. You hit the ground and hear a crash, the sounds of metal breaking under your weight. Pain shoots through your body as you collide with the ground. The scooter you were entrusted with breaks into bits, a tire rolling off a few feet. You see stairs as you hit your head on a broken piece of the machine below you. The minions go quiet as you hit the ground and run up, surrounding you and looking down with concern. Are you okay? You lift your head, now aching and sore. You roll off the heap of broken metal, slowly getting up off the ground. Guess I'm not visiting the chasm. I'm fine. As far as you can tell, you didn't break anything other than the bike. You've got some nasty bruises at most. You look around, but to your dismay, not even the bag of mail survived the trip. Letters and packages are scattered everywhere, and the bag lays with a large hole ripped in it, stuck to a shred of metal. With nothing else to do, you limp back to Snatcher's house, with the eyes of every minion in the forest upon you as a reminder. You failed. You limp in to find Snatcher sitting on his chair and reading. His book appears to be related to history. You clear your throat to catch his attention. He doesn't even look up to address you. "What's up? You done already?" You nod and speak quieter than usual with a slightly raspy voice. This attracts his attention. "Yeah, I'm done." Snatcher looks up from the book and sees that you're injured, putting two and two together as his smile drops ever so slightly. "What happened? Where's the scooter?" You look away. From the corner of your eye, you can see Snatcher's expression change slightly. His voice turns deep and serious. "You broke the scooter, didn't you, Faith?" You look down and nod. "Yeah." "Of course! I knew you'd be a useless contractor. I can't even trust you to do something as simple as deliver mail." You flinch, expecting this to lead up to him killing you. "Get out." You don't move, not processing his simple command. It's probably a trap. "Get out." You look back up, still frightened but with a little hope. He isn't killing you? "Get out before I make you get out, Faith!" You finally get the picture and run out of the little house, teleporting up to your spaceship and limping from your cockpit to your bedroom. Well, shit. You were warned not to break the scooter, and yet you did. Way to go. You promise yourself to be more careful from now on. After all, next time you could die. Yep, progress went down. Damn! I knew the progress was going to go down. I knew the scooter was going to break. That's why in real life I don't do stupid shit. I mean, I do stupid shit, but not like doing flips with scooters or doing wheelies or doing donuts in a car. Like, that's stupid. Okay. Damn, I'm disappointed. The Moonjumper progress went down too, it looked like. I should have quick saved and then, damn. Because I want y'all to see what happens with the... Oh, hello. With the, when you don't break the scooter. Damn, I'm having so many brain farts. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna skip everything. Subcon Forest, skip. We're gonna do everything we did before. Sit down, yes. Yeah, do everything we did before. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. I'm actually gonna do the Snatcher route that I did before. Hat Kid, skip. Subcon Forest, skip. Examine the house, skip. Yes, I will sit, skip. I'm gonna apologize. Sorry, I don't really have an excuse. I just wanted to go hang out in some spooky woods. That's it? That's your reasoning? You came here because you wanted to go be an idiot who just hangs around in a forest for fun? Well, when you put it that way, you feel pretty stupid. Well, regardless, this mistake will be your last. Okay, here's the parchment. Yes, I will sign. Try to talk to the spirits. Investigate. The forest fire. Be nice. Gated community. Foggy swamp. Continue onward. I'm wanting to do the moon jumper too. Okay, go right. Go right. Go left. Go right. Go right. Glad to meet you too. I'm gonna do everything. Oh, hello. Yes, I would like a hint. I'm gonna skip everything. Knock politely. Apologize. Okay, timepiece illusion. I'm gonna go ahead and deliver all the mail. The swamp. Wait. The chasm. Deliver mail. The village. Okay. Do a trick for us. Yeah, do something cool. I'm gonna show off, but I'm gonna zoom around really fast like I would do in real life. You rev up the motor and zoom off, riding off and around at top speed to show off to the minions. The scenery whooshes around you, and you can hear the minions whoop and cheer as you ride in wide circles. After a few loops, you come to a stop and hop off the bike, taking a bow. You let the minions cheer before delivering to them letters and packages by hand, smiling wide at their glee. Where will you go? Back to Snatcher. Now this is the result that I got when I played before, off camera. So let's see if the progress increases. Took you long enough. I made sure to deliver to everyone. You enjoyed it, truth be told. Well, good for you. You frown, which earns you an evil cackle from the Snatcher. Keep up the good work and you'll have your soul back before your life expectancy. Anyway, that's all for today. You can go now, back to your little alien spaceship or wherever you live. You exit the little house, satisfied with your job well done, heading back into the forest as a whole. Ooh, do I have a choice? I have to choose one? I'm Moonjumper. You remember that there's something else you should do before going home for the day. You should go hang out with that Moonjumper guy. You didn't see him around earlier, so you assume he must be somewhere you haven't delivered to. You decide to roam around, starting at the village. However, once you reach the village, you find that your searching has been cut short as the sound of singing reaches your ears again. You rush to the end of the village, but skid to a halt when you find yourself facing an enormous chasm. How are you supposed to get across this? You rub your chin, thinking about how to get across when you feel your little buddy tug at your hand. Don't worry, I've got this. Oh, welcome back. You exist again. Hat Kid pulls you backwards and you fall. As you fall, she catches you in one hand, letting you sit in her hand like a chair. Whoa, kid! Before you can object, Hat Kid makes a running start and leaps off the cliff, still holding you securely, but you scream anyway. Is this it? Is this how you go? Suddenly, you see Hat Kid point her umbrella at a strange floating hook, held aloft in the air by propellers. To your surprise, a hook shot at the end of a chain launches from her umbrella. She swings, taking you from hook to hook without her grip on you even slightly slipping. Your screams of fear become cheers of excitement by the time you cross the enormous chasm. When she lands and sets you back on your feet, your heart is racing. That was amazing, Hat Kid! You can do that? Just lift up full-grown people and swing from hooks? Hat Kid looks at you with a proud smile. I'm a seasoned adventurer. Don't worry, Faith. Anywhere I can go, I can take you. As long as you stick with me, you'll be fine. She puffs out her chest, and you chuckle. Thanks, Hat Kid. I don't know what I'd do without you. Hat Kid flashes you a thumbs up and backs away to let you handle the rest. Oh. This is the boss arena. I'm nervous. Now that you're finally on the other side, you can see Moonjumper from here. It looks like he's setting something up, his back turned away from you. Hey, Moonjumper, what's up? The mysterious moon being turns around, grinning a wide and eager smile. Good day, my dearest Faith. He moves aside with a sweeping bow, revealing what he was busy with. In this strange arena-like area, he's set up a nice table and some chairs. Oh my god, there's a bouquet of flowers set up on the table with lit candles on either side, surrounded by fragrant rose petals. Holy shit. I thought we should get to know each other better today. If you would join me, my doll, it would be a sheer delight. Is this a date? Nope. I'm gonna join him. You definitely weren't expecting this, but what's the harm in it? Moonjumper doesn't seem to be ill-intentioned. Alright, I'll join you. The Moonjumper smiles widely and pulls out your chair. Pulls out you chair. You chair. Yes? Sound like mafia. Mafia talk like this. Anyway. And pulls out your chair, which you sit in awkwardly. It's now that you notice that this guy put a lot of effort into this date. Oh my god! Monica ex machina. I think I used that term right. In front of you is a steak on a rather nice-looking plate, a bottle of wine, and a shiny wine glass. It's simply wonderful to see you again, my most darling doll. I'm so glad you could join me. Well, why not? You went through all this effort. No sense in letting it go to waste. Look at the flowers! They're such a pretty shade of blue. I appreciate that, my dear. How do you like it? I arranged for the meal and wine. It's from a mafia of some sort. Apparently they're fantastic cooks. Moonjumper gives you a confident, charismatic smile. You look down again at the food offered to you. Is steak supposed to be green? Ah, the joys of fine dining on other planets. You never know what you're gonna get. Honestly, the steak gives you a bad feeling, though. Like trying it would lead to something bad. I'm gonna save here. And I'm gonna not try the steak. You have a really bad feeling about this. It's a feeling that you feel just peaked when you typhoid. The fuck is that word? These are sophisticated words. When you glance at your wing kid, who shakes her head with a disgusted frown. This is from the mafia, you said? Moonjumper nods. Gently, be gentle. You poke at the steak, then put down your fork. This guy only gets a few minutes to be in the world per day, right? You can't blame him for not knowing that the mafia lied to him about their cooking. I'm sorry, Moonjumper, but I think you were lied to. Moonjumper looks shocked and confused while your friend nods. What? Are you certain? Yeah, their cooking is actually very lethal. To put it bluntly, this steak is poison. Oh no. Oh no, don't cry. The Moonjumper gasps, looking quite upset. You see tears start to form in his eyes. I didn't know, I swear. I'm so sorry, Faith. Please, I beg you, forgive me. Wait, I'm not mad at you. You desperately attempt to reassure him, reaching across the table to gently touch his hand. Slowly, you place your hand over Moonjumper's as tears begin to pour down his face. You hear him start to softly sob. It was an easy mistake to make. You told me you don't get much time out of the horizon, right? You couldn't have known. Thankfully, your words seem to help him calm down. The Moonjumper wipes his eyes with his spare hand, although you notice before you lift your hand off his that he's trembling. Really? It's all right? I mean it. It's okay. I'm really not angry with you. You feel bad for him. He seems like a sensitive guy who's trying his best. I really appreciate all the effort you went to, though. I love the candles and the flowers. I see. Thank you, Faith. I promise I won't do something so foolish again. I truly won't. Moonjumper withdraws his hand from under yours and gives you a sad smile. I'm afraid I have to go now, my dearest darling doll. But I assure you I will do better next time, my sweet Faith. Before you can tell him goodbye or reassure him again, he vanishes in a glitchy pop, leaving you and your wing kid alone. With nothing else to do, you decide to go home. With a whoosh, you teleport up to your ship, heading for the kitchen to grab some supper before setting down once again in your pilot's chair. You're not too tired tonight, so you decide to turn on the radio, relaxing as you eat some mac and cheese and sip soda from a disproportionately large cup. As you listen to the smooth and jazzy beat, you close your eyes and think about the events of today. Delivering mail to the minions was pretty fun. They're cute little buggers. You mull over things as you chill out, spending a good while just listening to music. After a few hours of listening to broadcasts and rewatching your favorite movie, you head for bed. This was an interesting day. Hopefully the rest are all like this. You drift off into a peaceful sleep, dreaming of bright colors and swirls of light. How much progress? Ooh, Snatcher progress. Good, good. Oh, Moonjumper progress isn't as far. Damn. Thank you so much for playing the alpha. Oh, this is the end. Damn it, I want more. I want more. I want more. Give me more. Okay. All right. So I guess that's the end. I've made more progress with Snatcher than Moonjumper. So I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to attempt a different choice with telling him about the steak. Load. Boop. Yes. I'm not going to try the steak. And then I'm going to save here over this one. Wait. Return. I don't want this to end. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like this game. I get the feeling he's gonna be even more hurt if I just say, I think you've been lied to. You quickly put two and two together and gasp. Those tricky mafia lied to him. You're mistaken, Moonjumper. Moonjumper gives you a confused stare as you carefully tip the steak off the table. The Mafia told you that they're great cooks? Yes? Well, they lied to you. This steak is nothing but bad news. How did they convince you that they were good cooks? Your younger friend crosses her arms and huffs at him for being a big dummy, although she quickly lightens up on him. He couldn't have known. Even if the Mafia were not the masters of subtlety, to put it lightly. Moonjumper looks deeply upset, almost to the point of looking like he might cry. It makes you feel bad for being so harsh. I'm so sorry, my doll. I swear if I'd have known, I never would have accepted the steak from them. He begins to tremble and sob. Okay, basically same thing. You feel awful, remembering that he barely gets any time here. Of course he'd have no idea. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have snapped at you. Moonjumper cuts you off with a hiccup. No, I'm such a fool. The fault is all mine. If I could apologize for the next 1,000 years. Yeah, you're gonna feel guilty about this for a while. You reach over to try and comfort Moonjumper, though you pull your hand back when you notice him rather violently flinch away from your touch. I'll make it up to you. You have my word. I'll make it up to you. You try to console Moonjumper, but you're too late. Oh, God. He backs away, hugging himself tightly, tears flowing freely from his eyes. Forgive me. He becomes enveloped in an erratic, glitch-like mist as he flees. You really pecked it up this time, didn't you? Okay, so I picked the right thing. With nothing else to do, you decide to go home. Okay, so basically same thing. Alright, 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 alright. So that was Snatcher and Moonjumper. Oh shit. Okay. That's Snatcher and Moonjumper. Oh wait, we've already, hold on. Okay. So that, oh, fuck, I think I just closed the game while recording, actually. That's a problem. Anyway, before the whole program crashes, thank you so much for watching, blah blah blah, outro.